Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. So today I want to give you guys my list of extremely annoying and really just dumb arena cards, especially those dumber than Vicious Fledgeling. That's kind of like the standard. It was the question that was posed to me by some of my subscribers, and it is an interesting one. What cards are actually worse for arena than Vicious Fledgeling? And I think I got a pretty good list for you guys. I want to explain it and give you guys, of course, a very real-world example. So, fifth on my list, I have Backstab. Backstab seems innocent enough, but Arena is one where you have an incremental win condition. In Constructed, yeah, that might be the case when you're playing like aggro versus aggro, but there's a lot of different ways that you can spin that game. In Arena, there's really not that many. If you're not playing Mage or you don't have an extremely powerful control deck, probably don't have an extremely powerful control deck because you're playing Arena, well, you really rely on doing okay in the early game, in the mid game, and the late game. Maybe some decisions can let you win versus lose. But Backstab is like Rogue in Arena has a higher win rate going first than it goes second, even though it's really hard to combo cards, even though Rogue's most powerful cards are combo cards. That's because things like Backstab really take over. You know, if you're up against a Rogue, you need the tempo, you coin a 2-drop, your 2-drop has 2 health, they backstab it, play their 2-drop, you're done. Really. It's almost impossible to win from that scenario unless the rogue misses a drop on curve. And, you know, that kind of wishful thinking is very, very difficult to deal with. You know, we talk about how Vicious Fledgeling, if it goes unanswered on like turn 3 or so, can get out of control. Backstab is like the turn 1 get out of control crap. So it's very difficult. Then on my list I have Deathwing. Deathwing is a card that, with Arena being more and more competitive every single turn, it becomes less likely that you're able to play around any given card. And the last card on that list of cards you can play around is Deathwing. And I have to say, I kind of like the fact that Deathwing exists because, you know, you actually do get a bit of a special case. Currently, with the distribution of legendaries in Arena being so small, it is a bit of a wow factor when it happens, and it's not like certain win when you Deathwing someone, but it is pretty dumb. It is pretty dumb to play around every single card in the game, and the last one you just can't play around almost every time is Deathwing. Then you get Deathwinged, then you lose. It's really horrible, but alright, there's some pluses and minuses on that one. Then, of course, another new card, I have Primordial Glyph. Primordial Glyph is the ultimate you can't play around shit anymore card. You know, you play Primordial Glyph on turn 2, you can get anything, and not just anything with a 2-mana discount. So suddenly, turn 5 Flame Strike is possible. Suddenly, tempoing out an 8-drop and playing a Polymorph on turn 10 is possible. Basically, fuck all is possible. It's just crazy possibilities, and it makes it so someone playing against a Primordial Glyph basically goes into single-player mode. You know, you basically pretend like your opponent isn't there, his cards don't exist, person actually doesn't even have cards, you just move your minions into his face and hope things work out. And they generally won't, because generally people get a pretty powerful spell from Primordial Glyph. So the fact that it dumbs down the game so much and it's such an impactful card, I think really is quite destructive to Arena. Then on my list I have probably a bit of a controversial one, but I think Cabal Courier is one of the stupidest cards in Arena. Now, I don't think the card was as dumb like when it was released as it is right now. But what happened is there were a lot of tri-class card generation crap in Mean Streets, like a lot, and we thought it couldn't really get any worse. And then Ngoro came around, and, well, it actually did get worse. So what ends up happening is, you know, not only do you see mages, you see, like, priests playing this, and they get, like, Shimmering Tempest, and the Shimmering Tempest gives them a Kabbalist Tome, and the Kabbalist Tome gives them a couple Pyroblasts. And suddenly, it turns out priests can do 20 damage with no board in the late game against you. And that actually does happen from time to time. So, yes, this card really needs some checking, and the whole discover something you really shouldn't have type of card, I think needs to at least be reduced in frequency in the development cycle. And of course, the number one dumbest card in Arena, and the clip to come, you obviously guessed it, Mind Control Tech. This card is just ridiculous. Like, you know, you can be winning a pretty marginal game. You can have like 3 pieces of crap minions, and then you play like, you know, the reason your deck is good. Super legendary minion 7-drop. It's on the board. Your opponent's got nothing. You got your early game. You got your mid game. You got your best card in the deck. Your opponent has 7 mana. He even went second. Mind Control Tech. 3 mana, 3/3. Decent value on that. Takes the extremely powerful deck-defining 7-drop from you and puts it on the other side of the board, creating 17 mana tempo swing for 3. And if you've played any amount of Arena, that is not unusual at all. So, you know, I think there's a very important balance between cards that are cool and fun and give like very crazy win conditions in unlikely scenarios, and there are cards that just kind of ruin the game a lot for most people, and I think most of the cards on my list, save maybe Deathwing, are certainly those, and I really feel like we need a lot fewer of them. And of course, here's me getting wrecked by MC Tech. Enjoy the game, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Fine. Preserving 5 health on that has a decent bit of value against his likely next play. That's fine. Go Legend of the Pirate Warrior. It's been the last year.
I wonder.
That's super fucking fishy, dude.
Justice is mine.
Looks like Potion Manus isn't in here.
Engaging TC-130 mental dislocator.
I just lost. So remember what I said about this card being more bullshit than Fledgling? There you go. 3 mana, 15 mana swing with one of the carries of my deck. Okay.
Justice is mine.
It's so much better than Fledgling.
Done.
lot of skill to pull off what he did. Yeah.
Justice is mine.
Okay. Oh, you want to target that? You want to power word shield it? No? Oh. Okay then. Sweet. That's really useful.
Justice is mine.
Okay.
I must consider.
Okay then.
The shadows beckon. Justice is mine.
He didn't go face, so I don't think he has the damage to push. I think I have very narrow opportunity here, but I think I can make it work.
I wonder. Not move quickly. I wonder.
Darkness.
I'm gonna give up on trying to kill that. So I have 3 plus the board. Dude, I have leaf. Oh, it top deck's all I know. Man, how does Hearthstone know me so well? Defeat is all I feel right now.